The purpose of my speech today is to inform my audience about cancer and the effects it has made on the lives of patients and their family members. Cancer, known medically as malignant neoplasm, is a large group of diseases all involving unregulated cell growth, which I found on StudyMode.com. I chose this topic because I lost my grandfather to brain cancer when I was only 10 years old, and because I'm going to school to be an oncology nurse. During the development of cancer, cells divide and grow uncontrollably, forming malignant tumors, which are cancerous tumors. Benign tumors do not grow uncontrollably, and they are non-cancerous tumors, which can be removed and then often leave without any other side effects. Cancer can develop in pretty much any organ or body tissue throughout the body. Most cancer patients are unaware of what's happening to their body, and cancer has destructed many lives, not only of patients, but their families' lives as well. So my purpose is to inform you more about cancer and the effects of the disease, the symptoms, and how you yourself can help find a cure. First, I'm going to talk about cancer, what it is, and some research. Cancer.org, in an article titled Coping with Cancer, stated that cancer, also known as malignant neoplasm, is a deadly disease, and although there are many kinds, all cancers start because of unregulated cell growth. Instead of dying, cancer cells continue to grow, form new ones, and develop throughout the body. They travel to other parts of the body, where they then grow and form new tumors. This process is called metastasis, which I've also found on StudyMode.com. According to Cancer.org, a male's chance of developing cancer within his lifetime is 43%. His chance of dying from cancer is 22%. And then the female, her chance of developing cancer throughout her lifetime is 37%, and her risk of dying from the cancer is at 19%. It is clear that cancer is a very scary disease, and it comes on fast and often takes lives fast. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the signs and symptoms of cancer. Signs and symptoms are warning signs for any illness or disease. The signs and symptoms will depend on where the cancer is, how far along it is, and where and how big it is. Also found on Cancer.org under an article called Finding a Cure. StudyMode.com stated that as cancer grows, it can begin to push on the nearby organs, blood vessels, and nerves. This process causes pressure to be brought to either the brain, if it's a brain tumor. If it's a lung tumor, it can cause pressure on the lungs. It affects your body wherever the tumor is. A cancer may also cause symptoms like fever, extreme tiredness, or weight loss. If a cancer is spread, signs and symptoms may appear in different parts of the body, which I found on Cancer.net. Signs and symptoms are extremely important when it comes to cancer, because even though the chance of them passing away because of the disease may be small, it still helps to find the signs and symptoms early. Now I'll talk to you guys about the effects that cancer has made on the lives of patients, friends, and families. I was like 5 here, I think, whenever I had this picture taken, and my grandpa and I were so close. He taught me so much about myself and life, and even in this picture when I was 5 years old, I can remember this picture being taken, and I just loved my grandpa so much, and I always wanted to be with him, and I always wanted to see him. And the effect that him passing away had on the lives of my family members and my life, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy that one word, cancer, can just completely destroy somebody and the family. Cancer often changes roles, which I found on Cancer.net. If someone is a leader in a family and then the others are followers, and then that person develops cancer, then the roles have to be switched, and then the followers have to step up and be a leader for the person that is fighting the disease, because they have to be the caregiver, and emotional stress is added to the situation, and it definitely affects lives of friends and families, because there's that constant worry that you never know when their time can come or when things could take a turn for the worst. And I can just remember the stress that everyone in my family had on them, and I don't wish that upon anyone, because it just affects your lives to an extent that you didn't even think was possible. In conclusion, I hope you guys have learned a little bit about the disease today. I hope you've learned that cancer is developed because of abnormal cell growth, and it can develop in any organ or tissue, which I found on cancer.net. Signs and symptoms, if developed early enough, can help save lives of patients and loved ones. It physically and emotionally drains the families, and it adds stress to their lives. Most cancer patients are unaware of the things that are happening throughout their body, and cancer has destructed many lives. My purpose was to inform you guys more about cancer and the effects of the disease, the symptoms, and how it has affected many lives and how we can help fight for the cure. Cancer can affect anyone, so I hope you have gained something from this speech, and by being informed about cancer, how to prevent it. My family does their share of helping prevent cancer, and although you can't prevent it, you can help fight for the cure. And so I hope you guys look into the American Cancer Society. You can also donate on donate.cancer.org, which my family, we have this jar sitting in our house, and it's just a homemade jar. I mean, we just took a jar and we put American Cancer Society across it, and all of our extra change that we find goes in this jar, and then at the end of the month or the end of 2 months, we donate all this money to the American Cancer Society. Any amount of money can help find a cure, so I hope you guys definitely look into this. I hope you guys have enjoyed my speech today, and don't forget to donate to donate.cancer.org. Thanks.